So what we wanted to figure out from a retail perspective is how is health and safety communicated, and how do operations, which is where the biggest risk is, how do they hear the safety message? So we did a mixed communications or mixed message study on looking at communication of health and safety, large retail sample, okay, and we did semi-structured interview and survey, and here's what we found. These are some of the feedback pieces we found. So this is literally staff working in retail, what they told us about health and safety. I didn't even read the safety statement as part of my induction because I didn't have time, but it was probably for the best because I don't do words very well. Okay. Management hold us responsible after every accident as if we wanted to cause it in the first place. Meanwhile, we're supposed to know things to prevent accidents without being shown. It doesn't make sense and it's not very fair. Health and safety is something for management to sort out. Well, it must be because we're not involved in it much. I don't see the need anyway. It's not like you could kill yourself here. Okay? If you do hurt yourself, you just know not to do it again. When an accident happens, the place might be audited and we'll be brought in as a group and told some things around the accident and how to prevent it. But time goes by and the whole process gets repeated again. I want to explain why we need a mat in the deli. I don't feel comfortable doing so because management don't care, but that's the way it is. And it's a pity because I'm not the only way thinking this. Now that one's interesting. Do you remember the last little tidbit from the psychological tips? Remember that one? Feeling ignored is the same chemical effect as that of an injury. That's a classic example of a staff member who actually wants to make the place safer, feeling ignored. And a lot of times management, when we talk to management, they say, well, you know, they should know better. You know, they actually don't, they're reckless, they don't care about the safety. That's incorrect. Anyone ever hear of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Our psychologist? You've definitely heard of it. But has anyone ever heard of that? So what's the most basic thing that has to be in place for a human being to survive? Safety, security, a roof over our heads. And it's no different when you step into the workforce or step into your job. You want to be safe. So people generally want to be safe. They want to go home to their families safe and not hurt. And in this case, this person was actually trying to make the place safer, but yet nothing was done about it. And that hurts. Now, let me ask you this. If that's the culture, and that lady does actually slip because there was no mat, what do you think the likelihood of her putting a claim through is? It's pretty high. Okay, so now you're seeing the connection. How management and safety culture are completely connected with not only reducing risk, but the attitude of staff to actually react to that, positively or negatively.